Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Strafe Gal. Doing another Final Fantasy IV randomizer. We're doing a race with my friend Mark and possibly Tony as well, who I mentioned in the last video. Um, I'm excited to be trying these with other people. Actually, have that speed aspect be a little bit more. Um, you can only compare so much with when you've got your times against your old times because every seed is different. Comparing against other people who are kind of on the same level as you makes it a lot more fun to me. That's actually one of the reasons I love the Zelda randomizer when I was playing against Mike, especially because he and I have a very similar mindset and playstyle with it. And so we ended up very close on a lot of our races. And I suspect we're going to have that down the road here. So we're starting out. This is another Highway to the Zima flag set with a spoon flag added this time. Um, I like the idea of adding the spoon flag because it takes a worthless key item and a worthless character and makes them amazing. If you're not familiar, the spoon flag is makes Edward able to equip the spoon, and it has a 255 attack power. So it will be interesting if that comes up. Anyway, in the meantime, we have a Sid start. Let's get going and see what happens. We've got an Edward and Magma Key. Okay. That opens up a lot right off the bat. Um, I'm feeling like this is going to be a treasure heavy start and a character recruit start. We want to grab several characters right away. We want to see who the other characters available are, and we want to look for gear to support the characters we have. Edward is not a great character, but if you give him a good bow, or in this case the spoon, uh, he can pull his weight. And Sid is a great start. That looks like a Horum with a wall. That's reasonable. That would be good. Getting a white mage early is always a good thing, so I understand. I mean, I've grown to understand why Rosa is so much better endgame. Horum is very squishy, and the aim command that Rosa gets actually goes a long way in a lot of cases because it is a physical attack, but it can't be countered. I'm thinking since we've got the magma key. I forgot to check the shop. That's okay. We'll stop back over there in a little bit. So I'm thinking magma key means we can go out or go down into the underground. There's not a necessarily free checks there. Well, there's one free check there, but going into or going down and getting into like maybe I'm honestly tempted to even hit Sylph Cave. I'll see if there's dancing daggers here. Sometimes there are. $1,900, 20,000. Okay, not worth it. We'll find a bow probably. I often wonder if the start and stop animations for that are actually saving me time. Well, there's our cabins. Making a quick note of that. We should check who the characters are. And for Sand Ruby, Cecil. Probably could have checked that before I sold the Crystal Shield, I guess, but whatever. We'll be okay. We'll manage. Shields aren't super important in the long run anyway. So far, not a whole lot. That's our 4th ice shield. So I'm thinking Hobbs. I mean, I don't want to go right to Magma Key. But, I mean, I guess we could open it. Okay, Silvera. I'm stopping on Silvera on just kind of a quick tour here, because it's a place where we're probably not going to have to go. So because we don't have to go here, I want to just get the item shop out of the way. Mallet, Antidote, Kamikaze. We're going to grab 1 Kamikaze. 1 Kamikaze is used in some of the scripts I use for the Plague fight. Basically, you have one of your characters use Kamikaze to blow themselves up, and then have another character resurrect them. That makes it so Plague will re-trigger the Count ability. There's our life potions. And let's do like 4 silk webs. And 4 Thor rages. Ms. Life. Silk. Ah! Agart. Hourglass 1. Perfect. So we've got a lot of our basic items covered. Life potions are pretty much the most important thing in the game. Both for the glitch that they support and for general use. Silkweb. Moonveil. Cabin, that's what I wanted over there. Kamikaze. Thor Rages are for dealing with the Kenazo fight, specifically. We really need a bow. Eh. And pop into Tomra. He's a bicycle mechanic. Black Flame Shortbow. Probably nothing that is worth buying here. No. We're doing the short bow so we can give Sid the back row glitch. Ooh, coffins. Let's grab 3 of those because that's what we can afford. Perfect. Coffins can be good for grinding, especially. Ah. Okay, I'm mostly doing this for knowledge and so we can get some direction. I should actually save. Before I do foolhardy things. There's only one trap chest here. And I feel like we're getting pretty good odds so far that we didn't get it, so we're just not going to take any more risks. We also got another Odin, which is... I lied. We took another risk. Odins are worth a lot of money, so that's really the important part there. Dancing Dagger, perfect. So at this point, we're going to get the one free key item here, and then we're going to bounce and check out the... We're going to look at what the item shop is, and we're going to look at who the protectoring figures. Here I was hoping for progression. I just want to check who the other bosses down here are. I'm not actually expecting to fight them right now. Kenazo and... Is that... that's Mylon. So those are actually both going to be relatively challenging fights. Okay. So now we're going to hit Hobbs, finally. And honestly, we have a decent... We should be fine. That's basically where I'm going with this. Where'd the short bow go? Short bow, charm arrow, silver, headband, karate, dragoon. Forgot to check this. Okay, I guess we're doing diamond on him. So Edward can have some armor. And we have them both in the back row. By equipping a bow, we set the flag for them to be able to fight from the back row without penalty. That lasts the rest of the game. So Sid's going to do the same damage he would from the front row, except for we're going to take less. That's another Porum. And a Luge. This should be fine. So currently we've got 2 Porums and an Edward. And he's going to explode on hopefully not Edward, although at this point we may be fine. Yeah. Now we have second phase of the fight. The nice thing is this splits up the HP of the boss into several sections. That's going to be annoying. Silent Staff. Wizard. We're turning the flash effects off because we're just waiting through this. Stopping to heal it is going to waste a lot of time. We don't have antidotes or anything. Another crystal shield. Trying to remember, can we exit there? No, we can't. I'm glad I checked. Or glad I stopped before I just started walking down there. Antlion. Pretty much the easiest actual key item location. Dancing Dagger, when you have it equipped and use it as an item, by the way, it does magic damage. It's fairly decent. Usually does, 200-300 damage, which is way more than Edward's going to do without that. So, all it good. Porum, we gave the Silent Staff, which is a plus 15 to Wisdom, which is the stats that white magic users use. Another karate outfit. Probably put that on Porum if she can use it. It's not actually, great for her, but it's defense. great bow. Very nice. She should actually be able to do a decent chunk of damage right now. Because Silent Staff is a really endgame weapon, even if it's a staff. Oh, I was gonna do this also. A vanilla antlion. Okay. Again, you'll note Dancing Dagger doesn't actually cause counterattacks. Glass Helm. This game is just trolling me. I mean, we're going to have a very physically protected party between the Protect Ring and the Glass Helm. Glass Helm has, I think, the highest physical defense for helmets in the game, which is completely worthless in... but it's completely worthless against magic. It has 0 magic defense. However... Let's get our second Porum. Generally, 2 Porums is not necessarily that great, but we'll take it at this point. This is a very low HP spot, so that's actually really good for the wall. It's probably going to take 2 or 3 hits. We'll see who the second boss is. This is the actual scary one. CPU. Okay. Honestly, this should be an okay spot for it. We're dishing out a lot of damage right now, all things considered. Mazer is a percentage-based attack, so it's always going to be 10% of your health. We need to attack CPU instead of the front orb. If you kill both of the front orbs, he starts counterattacking you for like 10,000 damage a hit. And we don't want that, generally speaking. Right now, we're kind of just going off the race mentality of we should be able to do more damage to him before he does enough damage to us. It's a slow enough location. I'm feeling like we're doing okay. There we go. Not an XP, or it's a no XP spot, but that's okay. Again, we're getting all the defensive stuff. I'm feeling like at this point, so we could technically put Sid in the front row, but we could actually put a fully armored Porum in the front row or something, since she's the only one who can use the white armor. Or the white robe. Nothing. Good. This is really annoying. Like, that's a really hard... Dwarf Castle's a pretty tough spot. I guess we've got Fabul. Let's do a quick dip here. I normally don't like doing Sylph Cave early, but until you have both. So Sylph Cave, if you have the pan, you get 3 checks. If you just check it, you get 1. Since we're already in the underground, because I was dumb, and also because the we're going to be heading to Fabul next anyway, I figure this is going to add 1 more check when we get to Fabul. Yeah, right now we've got like Fabul and Ordeals as the key item checks we can do, but and then Dwarf Castle, and all the other ones are partial dips like what we just did. We could technically go into Tower, but if we go into Tower, we're only going to be able to do part of Tower. Stuff like that. Okay, we're just going to do this. We're going to have this one use white. And this one's going to be more offensive with the bow. I didn't save. We should save, just in case. It's not a super hard boss spot, but good to save still. One thing we haven't found yet is Sirens, otherwise I was considering doing a little short grind. Star Veils. Star Veils are an auto cast Reflect. Let's bump all these usable items up to the top just so we don't forget we have them. And we're going to actually swap. There. We'll help you defend the castle. That's not what I wanted to do. Crap. Okay, this is just annoying me, so we're just gonna do an hourglass just to stop them. Got some levels. Berserk. Porom does learn Berserk early. King takes us back to his tower. We intentionally don't loot before this. Tower key, nice. Now we know where we can go without having a double check. The tower also gives us 2 characters, which is nice. And we just got an Earth Hammer, which lets Sid cast Quake, which is nice. Rat Tail. That's less useful, but again, we're in the neighborhood anyway. It's not a super long check to dive into Sylph Cave. And if we happen to get the hook, now we've got something to do with it. A free check to do with it, even. We don't have any characters that warrant ordeals right now. So 3 boss fights for 1 key item, and the potential for that Cecil maybe sometime down the road doesn't feel worth it. I think it's this one? No, it's not. I always get that first step wrong, because I overthink it. We'll see who these bosses are. We're not going to do this boss immediately, just in case. So once you've done that boss, it blocks the exit. If something goes wrong, we don't actually have the stuff to beat this boss currently. I'd like to be able to exit first. Okay, Octomom, and we've got Ovalis as the Golbez fight. Also, I totally got the 2 towers mixed up again. This is not the one that has character options, but it does have 2 key items, so still really good. That's a bit rough. We're gonna Silk Web. These 2 should be able to take a few more hits than the other ones. We just need to get some hits out at this point. Every 3 hits you do is a slow down, or remove some more of the arms, which reduces the speed of the boss. I intentionally waited a little bit to resurrect the other Porum for that reason. Wait until we got a Silk Web, which casts slow twice on them, and then just intentionally get a few hits off here to reduce the speed even further, so it's less likely that she just died again immediately like she did anyway. Also, I was joking about a super protected Porum. Porum may actually be better to put in the front row instead of Sid there. Maybe. Although I like the idea of having my healer safe in the back row and taking that little damage. Like I said, once you get it down to a certain point, you reduce its speed enough that it doesn't really matter. And then you just wail on it. Apparently a fairly high HP spot. But whatever. That's not what I wanted to do. Hack that off. I need my Porums to get levels. Why won't you just die? Oh, Twin uses MP. That's why they're running. That's why they're not able to do it anymore. I'm following now. That was not worth using there, apparently. Figures. Well, at least the Porum's got the levels. Baron Key. That's an okay start. That, again, is direction. It's 2 boss fights, one of which is pretty easy for a key item, and then a second boss fight that's a lot harder for another one. We definitely want a cabin up here. So this is a weird, slow start. Just the party makeup is very odd. And I'm not really sure how I feel about it at this point. Moon Boss. Okay. I'm thinking just attack. Make this a race. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Just for the record, this place does have several trap chests. That's why we're not opening treasure chests along the way. The monsters in the trap chests are also not as easy as some of the other ones that we might run into, or specific ones we might run into. Swoop. And we get the item from the engineer. Excalibur. Suddenly that Cecil looks a lot more appealing. I mean, we have to figure out how to get him first. We don't have the Sand Ruby. Definitely still in stuff collecting mode, so we're gonna stop and get these treasure chests. We know where there's a Cecil, that's refreshing. The other nice thing is, technically, we're gonna probably end up getting Cecil at level 1 at some point, and we can always, especially if we've already got 10 key items, a level 1 Cecil can get triple XP off of a Gold Ryu fight, and basically just go level 1 to like level 50 instantly. Okay. We have a bunch of weapons for Yang that we're not probably using. I'm honestly not sure what to make of this party at this point, like what direction I want to go with it. White mages suggest a physical party. We've got a Cid, who's a mid-level at best physical character. The good physical characters are like Cecil and Cecil, Kane, Edge, pretty much. Yang is, or then Yang and Cid are kind of mid-tier. As funny as it is, it really comes down to whether or not we find the spoon. If we find the spoon, having Spoon Edward, Cecil with the Excalibur, a Cid, and then 2 Porums, probably work fine. I don't remember who this was. Oh, it's a blue robe, which is either the Bull Gauntlet or Water Hag. The Bull Gauntlet. This isn't a super high XP spot, so this is basically just going to be time consuming. I'm okay with wasting a few of these items, because these items stop being good after a while. And actually, I just realized another option we've got. Let's bump the Ograx up a lot so we can swap it back out later. That's probably just gonna kill both of them. Yeah, that was probably not worth the life glitching. We're not going to go do Odin right now, because I want to exit and save first. But I think we'll go ahead and press on here and hope it's not Bahamut. Or not Bahamut, Wyvern. If it's pretty much anything but Wyvern, we should be fine. Mylon. We'll see if this is Mylon Z or the Mylon with zombies. Z. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so it looks like he's pretty magic resistant, so we're probably just not going to be able to use Edward for much right now. Let's throw a Silk Web out. Let's just see if it's all magic damage. Yeah, he's pretty resistant to magic, it looks like. Pause and run to make the animation go faster for this. Get our 5th character. We get a Yang. I'll take it. I forgot you got a character for that. Definitely not complaining. Ninja shirt. That's some money. The ninja shirt's only usable by Edge and is not very good. Bandanas. Okay. So we want 2 tiaras, 2 bandanas. Looks like he's inheriting the glass. Tiara is very good defensively, so I feel like that's worth it. Actually, let's real quick go over what his weapons we've got are. So we don't need that extra fire claw. You only need 1 of any given claw, generally. We do have a thunder available, so we've got a thunder, so we can swap between the 2. That's fine. Samurai shield is okay. Diamond shield is better. 4-2. Nope, samurai shield's better. Crystal shield's way better for Cecil. I feel like we're probably in pretty good shape as far as that goes. Okay. Okay. One more spot to loot here. And it'll also be the Odin fight. Which, honestly, let's do the Odin fight first, just to make sure that it's something we can win, so we don't have to loot again if we die. Yang might not survive this, but I just want to see what it is and get it done. Moon Boss. Yeah, this is probably doable, but maybe rough. Crap. We didn't get the reflect timing. I mean, on the good note, we're past breath, so that's good? Question mark? On a bad note, we missed the breath timing, and we're basically down to our quasi-invincible Porum. Yeah. If we'd hit the breath timing, we'd probably have been fine, but we didn't, so... Let's try again. D-Lunar is one of my least favorite fights. You don't want to use physical attacks starting out because of it counterattacks by casting Wall on itself and then spamming the virus spell, which is very, very powerful. If you so what you ideally what you want to do is wait a little bit ways of the way into the script and then cast Reflect on everybody. We don't have Wall. We have 2 Moon Veils and 1 Star Veil, so we can have 3 characters survive it. Perfect. Star Veil, Moon Veil. And now we win. They can't use any of their special attacks. They hit for 1 damage at this point. You just win. It might take a little bit, but we win. Crap. Make sure he's on silver. I'm honestly just going to Berserk Edward for the sake of not having to input commands. Probably good to cast Berserk here soon. His Reflect should be worn off at some point here. There we go. So now all 3 of our physical attackers can just go to town. And you can very quickly realize that this would have been a very long fight if we had tried to just do it without getting that breath reflected. Odin is fairly high hit point, is very fast and attacks, and very high attack. Yep. I mean, I suppose we could technically just Zerk our Porums up too, but I feel like this is probably better. This is probably fine. There we go. Decent chunk of XP. Yang was low enough level that he got bonus XP from it, and that was completely worthless for the Drain Spear. Literally, we just got the Ninja Shirt and the Drain Spear, which are two of the... You know, getting Sid Porum Yang... Edward... Ooh, Runen Armlet. Heroine Robe. Train Sword, too. Oh boy. You'd think the least they could do with a seed this trolly, as far as items go, is give me, you know, the spoon, so that I can have my full troll set. Another bandana and a crystal gauntlet. We're continuing to be in better shape for Cecil. Trying to think of what else we've got here. I guess Dwarf Castle's probably next. But I think it's about time to take a break. So, hopefully you've been enjoying. If you have, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good time. Catch you next time.